It's funny to think about what actually holds our world together. It's not the roads or the buildings, it's something way more basic, something we almost never think about: our natural resources. They are the invisible foundation for pretty much everything. And today, we're going to dig in and see just how deep that foundation really goes. I mean, just look around you. The water you drink, the food you eat, the materials that make up your home, your car, even the phone in your hand, it all starts right here. It all comes from the earth, part of this huge interconnected natural system. So, to put a finer point on it, what exactly is a natural resource? Well, think of it as a gift from nature. It's any raw material that we can take and, transform into something more valuable and useful for us. It's the raw potential that fuels, well, everything. We've built our entire modern world on top of this foundation. So, what happens when that very foundation starts to crumble? That's the really big, really important question we're looking at today. All right, so first up, let's take a closer look at the main pillars holding everything up, starting with the very ground we stand on. Land is so much more than just dirt, right? It's our agricultural base. No land, no food. It's where we get the minerals and fuels that power our industries. It's the platform for all our cities and homes. And it's what supports vital ecosystems like forests. To put it simply, it's indispensable. But all of our human progress, well, it's come with a pretty steep price tag. Let's get real about the pressure we're putting on these vital resources. And wow, this picture really tells the story, doesn't it? On one side, you have this lush, thriving forest. On the other, well, that's the result of our demand for things like timber and land. We're not just losing trees here. We're fundamentally redrawing the map of our planet. And it's the exact same story with our water. We go from these beautiful, life-giving sources to waterways just choked with industrial pollution and human waste. We're talking about contaminating the one resource that every single living thing on this planet absolutely depends on. Now, this is what's going on right under our feet. Soil isn't just one thing. It's this incredibly complex system of layers. You could almost call it the planet's living skin. And that rich, dark topsoil, that's the magic layer. It's packed with the microbes and nutrients that plants need to grow. But erosion is literally stripping that vital skin away. So what's causing all this? Well, it's no mystery. It's massive mining operations, our cities sprawling further and further out, and farming methods that just demand too much from the land. These are what scientists call anthropogenic pressures, a fancy way of saying human-caused, and they are pushing these natural systems to their breaking point. Okay, so the environment is taking a hit, but so what? How does this damage actually ripple back and affect us in our daily lives? Let's connect those dots. Take a look at this number, 70%. That is a huge slice of a very important pie. Any guesses what this represents? Yep, a staggering 70% of all the usable fresh water on the planet goes directly into agriculture. So you can see the problem, right? When water gets scarce, the very first thing to get hit is our ability to grow food. That means smaller harvests and a real threat to the global food supply. And the problem doesn't stop with our food. It's like throwing a rock in a pond. The ripples just keep spreading out. Destroying habitats leads to a loss of biodiversity. These complex ecosystems start to break down. And when we clear forests, we lose one of our best defenses against climate change. It's all connected. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about plants and animals. This is a human story. We're talking about threats to our food security, health crises from pollution, economic trouble for communities, and even conflicts breaking out as people are forced to compete for what little is left. Okay, I know, that was pretty heavy, but here's the good news. This story is not over. This is not just a tale of decline. It's also a story of incredible innovation and resilience. Right now, all across the globe, people are coming up with some seriously smart ways to protect and even restore the very foundation we rely on. We're really at a turning point. And you know what's cool? Sometimes the best solutions are wonderfully simple. Take this, a windbreak. It's just planting rows of trees. But what it does is create a natural barrier that stops the wind from carrying away that precious, nutrient-rich topsoil. It's using nature to protect nature. And for water, we can do something similar with techniques like rainwater harvesting. Instead of letting all that great rain just wash away, we capture it. We can use it, sure, but it also gets a chance to slowly soak back into the ground, recharging the natural aquifers beneath us. It's just
smart. These individual fixes are fantastic, but we can also think bigger. We can start to fundamentally redesign our systems for a much more sustainable future.
For instance, take our food systems. Instead of those massive fields with only one crop, we can use methods like agroforestry. Here, you're literally integrating trees and crops together. This creates a much healthier, more diverse, and more resilient farm. We can apply that same kind of forward thinking to our cities. With smart land use planning, we can create things like green belts, protected areas of nature right around our urban centers. This not only preserves the ecosystem, it makes our cities more beautiful, more resilient, and way more livable. So look, the solutions are here. The strategies exist. From the elegantly simple to the audaciously ambitious, the technologies are there. The only real question left is, what kind of future are we going to build?